All right. What's going on YouTube? It's just another edition of your friendly neighborhood pothead. Came on here just to bullshit for a minute. Sitting here bored in the crib. You know how I go. You guys are important to me, man. You'd be surprised how much y'all mean to me. So hard to find real friends these days. And I like each and every one of you. That's some creepy shit only Mr. Rogers could say and get away with, right? Nah, man. Welcome to another edition of Smoking with Smalls. Now, I really don't have a topic per se. Oh, I see somebody here. I bet you it's Panda. I bet you it's Panda. Let me see. Who'll be it? Oh no, it's Todd. No. But yeah, what's going on, Todd, man? Yeah, I was just going through the news today, man, and I was just kind of doing my own thing, and I seen that there's another one of these. Hey, Rachel, what's going on? There's another one of these cruise ships that they're using as quarantine, and there's 44 Americans on there. Well, they said 44 Americans that were being quarantined because they were diagnosed with the coronavirus. Now, here's what I don't get, man, and this is what's really kind of freaking me out, is that I have heard of several instances already where they have a cruise ship that they're using as quarantine. That kind of scares me a little bit. You know what I mean? I watch a lot of Walking Dead, and I figure they might be thinking, well, if they turn into zombies, they can't swim. No, man, no. Maybe I just smoke too much. I've been hanging out with Buddha Mike a lot. Hey, baby. Uh-oh, she's on the way. Woohoo! That means I got jelly donuts coming. Panda works with Panda has a coworker whose brother-in-law is a manager at Dunkin' Donuts. That's how I keep my girlish figure. Shout out to Dunkin' Donuts and everybody who gives away free donuts. I think it's fucked up that corporate makes you throw them out when there's hungry people in this world. Any restaurant in this world that is forced to throw out their food because they don't want to get sued if someone gets sick, and you don't want to feed homeless people because of that, you guys suck. Mean people suck. There's hungry people in this world. And I'm not saying I'm one of them, although right now I sort of kind of am. But I mean, on a regular basis is what I'm saying. Homeless people. It's really fucked up. First group of people sent to China Island. Yes! Christmas Island. I heard that. In Australia, I heard they're sending people to Christmas Island. That's fucking crazy. Because Australia itself was like where they used to throw the criminals, and now the criminals are being like tossed aside to a smaller piece of land. I don't know if you know this, but our criminals are multiplying, and our space to put them is smaller and smaller. Not exactly an ideal situation. Yeah, man, I'm working on some big things for this channel, man. I got some great ideas and I got some plans. I don't know if you noticed a little square in the corner that says "Smoking with Smalls." That's a new addition. That's what happens when you pay for the StreamYard service. You get a bunch of little thingies like that. You can make yourself a little banners and shit like that, and I can play with people and all sorts of stuff. The service actually, I don't know if I'm lagging or can you hear any noises. I don't know because I'm not really watching myself. But yeah, we can do a call in. Sure, fuck yeah, man. Why not? I'll get let me get the little linky link here, and we'll get you guys in here. I'm all for the call in, bro. You guys are awesome. I love doing the call in. I can say, my public, I love you all. Nah, it's good feedback, man. I like to go with the back and forth, and I'm as neutral as they come. I can play devil's advocate in any situation. Like I do it just to fuck with people sometimes. All right, Panda.
Panda, Panda,
Hey, Panda.
Panda, Panda. Hi.
I got, I got broke in Atlanta.
And in Brooklyn. And everywhere. I'm heading home. I'm heading to the mothership.
We're waiting for you. Not we,
Set
me. All
station.
three of us, me, myself, and I, are waiting for you.
I have jelly donuts. I bring jelly donuts.
Yes. See, that's the way to come home. That look, if you guys want to earn a super wrench, that's how you do it. You come to my crib with munchies, yo. That's
Yeah,
it.
hop on a plane. Make sure you're all suited up so you don't catch that coronavirus. And then when you
Right.
come
I don't
down
even.
here, you got to make sure that you're all cleaned up, ready to go with a box of jelly donuts. They have to be powdered, or it could be whatever, as long as they're jelly.
Yes, jelly donuts. Panda, I'm showing you this. Rachel says hi.
Hi, Rachel. What's up? How's it going? How's it hanging? I have so much energy because I've been released from hell,
AKA work.
aka my personal hell. If I die and I spend a week at work and it's never ending, it'll take me about a month to realize that I'm actually in hell.
You know what, Panda? Look, Rachel said she's not flying anywhere right now. And I don't blame her because to tell you the truth, I refuse to sit in a can full of recirculated air.
Oh, word. Yeah, that's all recycled farts.
All it takes is one Chinese dude to fart and we're fucked.
Talk about the silent bomb.
I think the screening should include what did you have for dinner?
Where have you been? When's the last time you took medicine? Is vitamin C in your system? And
Right. I was thinking about that today. I was working on a joke for the stage and shit, and I was thinking about the screening process at the
so
airport.
you're not lagging as much, but right now you're frozen.
Am I? Oh, well, the Fire Stick and all that is plugged in. The PlayStation's on. Like everything's going on right now.
Me too, Rachel. Me too. I need to win the lottery too. Mama Panda has got to get some things in order. And it's looking right now in society and day in order right now that winning the lotto is the only way to get out of debt.
Facts. See, but the thing about winning is you got to kind of play, and we don't play. So, my
Well, we
brother, may he rest
occasionally.
in peace. My brother, may he rest in peace, used to tell me I was lucky, right? So I thought that was a joke. Hold on, let me bring Todd in. Hold on, Panda, you're here, right?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna jump off. You guys have fun chit chatting.
Okie dokie. See you in a few.
See ya.
All right,
What's
Todd, I'm
good?
gonna bring you in just so I can say. I'm just gonna say something real quick, man. My brother used to tell me that he thought I was one of the luckiest people in the world, and
Oh yeah.
I always laughed at him like, dude, you have no idea, bro. I struggle just like everybody else. I have days where I'm like eating ramen noodles and making swolls in my house because I can't afford to fucking feed myself real food. And he's like, well, I'm gonna prove the theory, bro. We're gonna go hit this casino. And I was like, dude, you know I don't gamble. He's like, exactly. We're gonna prove that you're lucky. And he gives me $20 on a little card or whatever. We swipe it into the thingy. I get $20 on the fucking thing, and I start hitting that button, hitting that button, hitting that button, hitting that button. Penny slots, playing $1.50 a hand.
Yeah.
Sitting there hitting that button, hit that button. I got down to like $18, and I was like, "This is bullshit." I hit the button one more time, max bet for $2.40. I got 257 free spins.
Damn.
I let that fucker go. Like we sat in front of that machine, and the machine was ticking. Lily, shut your face. God, Jimmy, you hear Jimmy's dog snoring. You hear my dog going fucking ape shit.
Yeah.
Well, we let that machine run for like 45 minutes straight. No bullshit. The fucking machine was just ticking, and we're sitting there getting fed drinks and smoking cigarettes and all that. When the machine finished ticking, dude, no lie, I had 400 and something dollars. I took the 20 out, and I was like, dude, you got to be kidding me, right? And he's like, yo, we're going to test it again. We're going to go to another machine. So I put the 400 and something dollar ticket in my pocket, and I pulled out another 20, and we did it again at the other machine, and we left that motherfucker with almost $1,500, man.
Damn.
Yo, no bullshit, not including the original 300 that he started with. He got his 300 back on the first fucking $20. Everything else was just play money, and we were up 1,200 like 1,230 something dollars in like 3 hours. And I
That's
was like,
crazy.
yeah. They comped us a room in the hotel, so we go over to the room and we got a bottle of Crown and we sitting there drinking. I got my little vape pen. I'm going hard on the little vape pen, and then he's like, "Yo, let's go back to the casino." I was like, "Dude, we've already accomplished our goal. There's no reason to go back. We quadrupled our money. Why would we go back out there like a bunch of fucking fools and lose the money?" And he's like, "Nah, man, you're lucky. You're lucky." Look at Panda in the building. Fist bump, Panda. Boom. Okay. So he's like, no, man, that's the whole point of it. We made money. We should go out there and make more money. Oh, baby. Speedy delivery. Oh, damn it. They almost flew out. So I said,
That's crazy though.
yo, Gunner, we're not going back out there. My brother's name was well, his name is irrelevant, but we called him Gunner. So I'm like, Gunner, man, I'm not going back out there, bro. You're bugging out. I've accomplished my goal. This is how you know I'm not a gambler. I know when to stop. You know what I'm saying? A gambler will sit there until they fucking paying their rent with fucking pennies the next day. What I do, I started drinking. I'm hitting the vape pen. I felt the fuck out. I woke up like 2 hours later. I'm like, he's just standing there over me. You all right, Todd?
Yeah, I just took a dab hit, so like
Oh, that's understandable.
I'm just covering.
So we're sitting there. My brother's standing over me. I'm waking up. I'm like, what happened, bro? Why you got that look on your face? What's going on? He's like, it's gone. I was like, what's gone? He's like, it's all gone. I was like, the Crown? You drank all the Crown? He's like, no, it's all gone. And I was like, what are you talking about, bro? He not only spent the $1,200, he also spent the 300 on top of that, and he went to the ATM and pulled out another 400 on top of that, and lost it all in
Damn.
hours, bro. 2 hours. I was like, my nigga, I ain't fucking with you no more, bro. I had new headlights for my bike. I had new tires. You changed all that. You took it all away. I was like, no. Oh, I promised I would never go back again with him to the casino. And he begged me, man. He begged me. Come on, bro. You're lucky, man. Look what you did. It's because you weren't there to stop me. Don't blame me, fucker. Don't blame me. That was so wrong.
All right.
But
Hey,
I
gotta go.
guess I'm lucky.
All right, I gotta go on mute for just a second.
Yeah,
All
do
right,
your thing, bro.
I'm
Do your
still
thing.
here, but I'll be on mute.
All right. So there's 44 Americans, and the funny thing is the ship that they're being quarantined on. Not that I went back to the subject like it never happened. The ship that they're fucking quarantined on is off the coast of Tokyo. Now, America, in Trump's infinite wisdom, decided to send a charter plane to go pick them up. So not only are you bringing the virus to our mainland, but you're putting them in a can full of farts to come over here, just breathing all that nastiness in between themselves. Supercalifragilistic making them sick. Like that shit is rehashing sick on top of sick on top of sick. I don't get it, bro. It just don't make sense to me. I can't do it. Yes, we're all still up. What's going on, Free? How's everybody doing tonight? Thank y'all for coming out. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, man. I was just talking about this the new case of the coronavirus that I just heard. Well, not new case, but the newest update I heard. There's another one of those. Yeah, I can't sleep either. I was waiting for Panda. She brought me Dunkin' Donuts. And that's how you get yourself a super lunch, by the way.
Mind you, I don't work at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, mind you, she doesn't work at Dunkin' Donuts. She just got the hookup. Holla if you hear me. But yeah, Free. I was just telling everybody that that I just heard on the news that there's another one of these cruise ships that has quarantined people on it. I'm starting to really worry, man. Like I really believe that this might be, the apocalypse, man. Like
Next thing you know, they're gonna make people go on boats and quarantine them because they can't find anywhere else to put the sick people.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm starting to think. You ever saw the show Last Ship? I don't know if anybody's seen it. It's a really like nobody really paid attention to it. The first season was fucking amazing. The second season got a little and then the third season it just kind of fizzled out. But the first season, it's a ship, it's a Navy ship that's going up to the Arctic Circle on maneuvers. Because of the maneuvers that they're doing, they have to quarantine the ship. So they're off grid. They have no communication with mainland anywhere. It's just them and the people on the ship. And they're running their maneuvers. And they do training for like 6 months like that off the grid. And then when they come back on, they're trying to raise people on the mainland and they can't get nobody. They're like, what the fuck happened? Some super flu took over the whole world and people just started dying. Like the government completely died. Like 80% of the population died. And there's just, people that are scavenging. It's kind of like Fallout. Where you just got a couple of people scavenging, living on tunnels and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And this Navy ship is the only like technology that has survived this fucking apocalypse. You know what I'm saying? So now there's people out there trying to find the cure to the super flu or whatever it is. I think it's ironically very close to what's going on right now. And I've noticed in my history that TV shows have a tendency of predicting the future. From Back to the Future predicting the Cubs and the Mets to every fucking Simpsons episode that's been on the fucking money, like Nostradamus is a writer for The Simpsons. Like, I don't even know what the hell is going on in this world.
Like they have the portal to the
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back, sir.
Yo,
Did you hear
can you hear me
anything
now?
I
Yeah, a little bit.
said?
I was in a money making mission, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of
Hey,
tuning in, tuning out.
I ain't hating on you, bro. Not at all.
rabbit channel.
Free to be says Brooklyn.
Yeah, did you see that before that?
What? No.
What's up, Free to Be?
Brooklyn. Now that makes more sense. I got people singing in the chat, no doubt. I love it. I love it. Bang bang. Yeah, man. So that's just oddly symbolic. Like that's real familiar right there. That fucking TV show basically predicted what's happening right now. There's a super flu going around. I mean, sure, the timeline's kind of screwed up, but
Yeah, it is crazy how a lot of shit that's been going on been an assumption. You know what I'm saying? That shit's crazy.
and our genius president, which I know I talk bad about him a lot, but I mean, there's not very much good to say. But I talk bad about him a lot, and I'm kind of biased because I'm a minority, and I've had paper towel thrown at my people like they're fucking apes and shit. But I'm gonna be real. Who in their right mind will say I'm not worried about the flu because summer's coming and everybody knows you can't get the flu in the summer? Fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Right.
Not the flu. This dude is fucking retarded.
Free to be is backstage. Bring that one up.
Oh, Free to Be, I did not see you back there.
All up in the joke on that.
I know I'm being a real fat ass on live tonight.
Hey there.
Free to Be, welcome to the conversation.
Only reason I jumped in is because I think I remember that show you're talking about. Wasn't there a couple? It's hard to remember because it's been a long time. But wasn't there a couple that separated from the group and something about, I don't know if they wanted to have a baby or something, or
Yes.
so they left the group and it was only on, like you said, like a couple, 2-3 seasons, and then it was just gone.
Yes.
I remember that.
There was another TV show, I forget what it's called, but it was a comedy. And it was about the world coming to an end and one person was alive in the whole United States, or he thought so.
Yep. I remember that was called the Last Man on Earth.
Yeah, Last Man on Earth. That's what it was. Last Man Standing is the Taylor shit. It's all right. It's all right. But yeah,
And then he found
that's
the last
another one.
woman on earth.
Yeah, and then they found all sorts of other people and shit. He even killed a nigga because it had the same name as him. Like it was crazy, man. Yeah, see, that just goes to show you these TV shows, bro. Somebody knows something, and they probably a writer for Seinfeld. Like something.
It's all a conspiracy. It's all a conspiracy.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. And then you got listen, and then you got the guy Joe Rogan who goes on there and brings people on his show and forces them to smoke pot with him. And then they sit there. Like, that's so fucked up. I love Joe Rogan, don't get me wrong, and I love his podcast. Shout out to the JRE Project, yo. I
Did
love
you
that.
see the
Joe
one
Rogan.
with him and Jack Black?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh my god!
I saw the one with him and Elon Musk, and he made Elon Musk smoke weed, and Elon Musk lost stocks like 40 points overnight.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Hilarious.
Jack Black was spinning in his chair and calling for his money. I mean, it was bad.
He was singing.
I like the ones where he has what's his name? Joey Diaz. Joey Diaz is a comedian.
Yeah,
who's
he's
from
down in New York.
Yeah, he's a huge drug addict. Like, he was a huge cokehead. He's been in jail a bunch of times,
Yep.
and now he's just a pothead. And I watched an episode where he took 200 milligram fucking, I forget what he called them, moon stars or some shit like that. What was it he called them?
Was it gummies?
No, it was
Jello?
yeah, it was a gummy.
The stars of death?
200 milligram gummy, and he popped that shit like nothing. Everybody's looking at him like, you fucking crazy.
They're called stars of death.
That's what it was. The star of death.
Yeah, I want some.
See, that's crazy, crazy, crazy shit, man.
I've been looking for those so bad.
As a matter of fact, you know who it was that was on the show with him? It was Joey Diaz and Andrew Dice Clay.
Yep. That boxing dude, the kickboxer.
No, Andrew Dice Clay, the comedian.
He's a comedian.
Oh.
And a filthy one at that.
He is filthy. I love that dude.
Huh.
I remember you know what's funny? I don't remember real bedtime stories. But that little boy blew because he needed the money. I'll never forget that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Jack and Jill go up the hill with each $1.25. Jill comes down with $2.50. Fucking slut. I love that shit, yo. I love that shit. What is it? Little girl sits in the corner eating her curds and whey, and down comes a spider and says, "Hey, what's in the bowl, bitch?"
I used to watch a show.
I
I
love
remember
that shit. Shout out to Andrew Dice Clay, the king.
Were you guys on jams earlier?
Yeah.
I was on briefly, but my battery died. But
Yeah,
we were talking conspiracy theories, and I made a big announcement that I shouldn't have made. I should have kept it to myself.
Oh, yeah, I remember now because I was like, you got to ask him if he did the premiere commercial because I remember when I look back, I remember the commercial. And then when the show didn't come on, I was like, shit. Because the show never came on, but the commercial for the premiere did.
I remember the commercial clearly because there was a little kid in there too with him.
Yeah. Well, the same
I remember
thing I
that shit
showed you
clearly. He was
guys.
wearing like blue and gold.
Yeah, the same thing that I showed you guys. That was the premiere, and that was all you ever saw. And then, like, it was like the Sunday movie or the Saturday night movie or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was it was a movie. It was like the Family Time.
I remember seeing the movie on HBO back when HBO and WHT were the only cable channels.
But,
Like,
but
I was
there was
that
no
old.
movie. There
But I have to explain to Panda what's going on because she has no idea what's going on.
there was no movie.
Panda missed the show earlier. Panda, I made an announcement that I may be able to get an interview with Simbad on the 27th of February because he's going to be at Off the Hook Comedy Club. And what is Off the Hook Comedy Club to me? You heard that?
I can't wait. I think it'll be awesome, Smalls. Congratulations. I hope you get it.
I hope so too, man.
Just
I'm working on it.
Be so prepared and have that camera and everything charged and ready to go.
Oh yeah, that's a no brainer right there.
Yeah.
That's a no brainer
I mean,
right
you
there.
don't want to be there and like, fuck, I'm not dead.
No, hey, listen. If I'm not gonna be able to do it, I'll definitely take Panda's camera. She's got a better camera than me anyway.
Yeah, well, Sinbad, I'm sure he's a pretty cool guy, but it probably had to be something quick. Like, hey, Sinbad, did you play the genie on the Saturday or the Sunday, whatever you're gonna say? And you might have to say
Actually, I
it
think
quick.
I'm gonna try and get at least 10 minutes with him
That'd be cool. But
because
you can't just
I know
ask
he
him.
smokes weed. I know he smokes weed, and being that my podcast is Smoking with Smalls, every comedian that I've met at this club, I've ended up smoking a joint with.
Cool.
So
But
I
you
think
gotta-
I can take 10 minutes to smoke a joint with him and get serious, ask him a couple of questions.
well,
Maybe I'll flatter him first and talk about his. I remember you from back in a different world, and when you played, the bodyguard for the first kid, like shit like that.
yeah.
I'll stroke his ego, man. I have no problem doing that. I'm
Well,
a
yeah.
stroker.
Well, I mean, he was really good. He was very good. I wish he wouldn't have fell out the way he did. I don't know what the story is. Heard a few rumors, but always loved him.
He admits it. He was very much into drugs in the 90s. He was smoking a lot of crack, and he lost himself.
That's the sad, huh?
And I'm gonna tell you, man, I've met a lot of famous people. I've met a lot of comedians. I've met a lot of actors, and drugs is horrible and running rampant through our fucking celebrities.
See, I've met a lot of musicians, and you'd be surprised that they're not druggies. Some of them may drink a lot, but you'd be surprised that they're not really druggies. And I've met a lot of them through, because I was an audio engineer for a long time, and I recorded
Listen,
a lot of music.
I know a certain comedian that was on Saturday Night Live. He made his debut on Saturday Night Live. He's done quite a bunch of movies, and he's touring the country doing stand-up comedy. And I met him at the same club that I'm talking about, Off the Hook. I didn't get to smoke with him because he was in a rush, but I've been told that how certain celebrities ask for certain stuff in the green room before they perform,
like green M&Ms.
One of the things, right, shit like that. Well, one of the things that he asked for is 3 8-balls for the weekend.
Wow.
So I mean, like, that just goes to show you that drugs are serious. And if you look at this dude, knowing that information, you say, "Holy shit, it's obvious." But if you don't know the information, you're like, "Oh, he's quirky." You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And this dude is like a big deal, dude. He's been in a few movies, a few hit movies that have like really hit. Yeah. And he's diehard cokehead, man. Diehard cokehead.
Well, he was so
every celebrity party,
like it was a. He was funny in a sweet way, though.
Who's
he was never like Sinbad. He was always he was funny, but in a very genuine, sweet kind of way. And he was still funny.
If he didn't admit he was a drug addict, I would never know.
Right.
Because he looked like he was like one of those like Tyler Perry type motherfuckers, God-fearing and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, he dressed a little weird in the 90s, but other than that, I mean, everybody dressed a little weird in the 90s. I wore black patent leather shoes with silver tips on them. Like, you know what I mean? I got pictures wearing fucking Tommy Hilfiger overalls and didn't even strap them up and let them just hang and shit. Like, I can't even tell you some of the stupid shit I did. I paid $85 for a Tommy Hilfiger hockey jersey and only wore it twice. Like, there's stupid shit that we did as kids that you look back and you're like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, remember the parachute pants?
I had parachute pants. I wore Jabos. Remember Parasucos? I wore Parasucos with the stripes going down the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I was wearing a pair of Parasucos on September 11th, 2001.
I wore them one time, and I said, nobody can see my ass. I'm not wearing these no more.
I hear that shit. See, when you're a guy, that's okay.
Now, I wanted my butt to show. Parachute pants don't, you don't see nothing. You don't see the curve.
Listen. I worked at a club called the Tunnel in New York. The owner of the club's name was Peter Gage, and he was famous for owning. I think at one point he owned like 12 clubs in New York, and they were all like hit clubs, like Club Exit, Side Street, like the Tunnel, the Cheetah Club. Like he owned them all.
Damn.
And this dude, I worked directly for him. I was a promoter for his clubs. So he would give me like 400 business cards, and I'd keep them in my pockets, right? And those business cards were drink cards, and I'd go up to the VIPs and give them free drink cards. Like, here, go have a drink on me, man. Go have a drink on Pete. Whatever. They called him One Eye Willie because he had a glass eye, and he wore an eye patch, so they called him One Eye Willie. But I used to go and meet celebrities and give them drink cards. And here I am, a 17-year-old snot-nosed punk that really doesn't know how to respect anybody at that age, and I'm meeting people like Paul Abdul and Mariah Carey, Derek Jeter. You know what I'm saying? Like people that come into the club, Fat Joe, Big Pun, but I already knew them. But it's crazy. It was just crazy, the people that I was meeting at the age that I was meeting them at. And I remember I made Mariah Carey cry, and she left the club, and I got fired because of it.
Oh no!
Yeah, Mariah Carey was dating Derek Jeter at the time, and they were in the middle of their breakup, and she started gaining a little weight. Now, me as a Spanish man, I find that attractive. I like a woman with a little meat on her bones. God wouldn't have given me sharp teeth if he didn't want me to be carnivorous. You know what I'm saying? I can't live on soup alone. So I like a girl with a little meat on her. Well, I told her, I was like, damn, J-Lo, you getting... I said, damn, Mariah, you getting thick. And she fucking went and told my boss that I called her fat, and they fired me. And she fucking cried and ran in her limo, and it was ugly, man. It was ugly. I was actually paying her a compliment.
Right, but back in the day, that wasn't really a compliment.
No, you had to be chic sexy, which was cokehead skinny, like fucking Michelle Pfeiffer in Grease 2 and shit.
Oh my God, she was so. Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer when she played in the
Scarface.
Yeah, she looked like she.
You could see her fucking backbone, and she was really a cokehead at that time.
She must have been because she played her part very well.
Very well. You know
Method
who else
acting.
was really big into drugs that played her part real well? You ever seen St. Elmo's Fire?
Yeah.
Demi Moore.
Uh-huh.
You know how in that movie she was like a big time pill popper, drug addict, this and that, blah blah blah, and she burned the house down and all that?
Yeah.
That's because she actually did shit like that. She really was a fucking cokehead like that. Pill popper like that.
You know, they're all still people. They're still human beings, and we all make mistakes and have our own demons.
Hey, what's up, Peach? I see you. I'm sorry, I'm kind of late into the chat. We're in the middle of this conversation and shit, and I'm fucking. But actually, the reason why I was able to do this, go live tonight, and get you guys on here and be able to change the StreamYard name to Smoking with Smalls and all that shit, is because I actually got StreamYard to give me 4 days for free.
Well, that's cool.
On StreamYard service, and I get full access to it. I told them that I was beginning as a podcaster. I'm a stand-up comic, and I was considering using their service to stream my videos, and they gave me a 5-day free trial.
Well, you know, there's got to be other apps out there that are free. I mean, there has to be. People were telling you different ones.
My computer is so outdated. Like I'm surprised the shit isn't a fucking abacus. Like it's so outdated.
I was gonna.
So I can.
Before I forget, can you go live with Sinbad? Are you gonna try to go live?
I'm glad you said that. I actually have an app on my phone.
Yeah.
That I could go live with Sinbad. Now here's the problem with going live with him though. If he decides to snub me live, that doesn't look good for me. So with that being said, I can record the video and then come home and have time to edit it in case I fumble my words. Because, I'm not going to lie. I do get a little starstruck around people, especially someone who I've been following for so long.
We all do.
Oh, my God. When I met Paul Rodriguez, I was the most bumbling idiot you've ever seen in your life. And for the first 10 minutes, I was like oh my God, I'm so happy to meet you. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then we smoked a joint, and I was like, yo, bro, you got to catch this video, man. And I'm like showing him videos on my phone, and he's showing me videos on his phone, and we got real cool. Like, it's funny, man. It's true what they say. You can meet amazing
What?
people over the best friends you make are over a blunt.
Well,
This
I'll
is
tell you
true.
what, I've met a lot of famous people too, and there's only been a couple times that I was really comfortable with the person to not feel stupid around them, and I don't know why we get that way.
It's true. It's funny. Panda was just telling me, not that I wasn't listening to you. Panda's over my shoulder telling me, do you remember that time we met Tech Nine? We went and met Tech Nine, and I was starstruck because I love Tech Nine. I love Tech Nine. I love Opson. Yeah, Panda is a huge Tech Nine fan.
Hey, Panda.
So when they called
Can
me
I
from the
call
radio
Panda?
station,
Can I call Panda Nisi?
you can
I've been called that.
you can.
Hey,
That
girlfriend.
is crazy that you say that because I've actually been called that several times by different people.
Well, my brother was married to a woman by the name of Denise, and we grew up together because she was pretty young, and we were only a couple years apart. And her name was Denise, and I always called her Nisi. Yeah.
I thought I escaped that name, but I guess not. You can
Well, I'll just call you Panda.
one of the guys in my motorcycle club is he's a radio personality out here, works for iHeartRadio, and he has one of the most popular, I mean the most popular morning show that's out here in Southwest Florida called The Freak Show on 105.5 The Beat. Shout out to The Beat, shout out to The Freak Show, and shout out to Flying Brian holding it down on the ones and twos, man. Flying Brian is dope, man. I met him 4 years ago by accident at a fucking bar crawl, and we kicked it from the first day and got along right away. And if it wasn't for him and another guy, a friend of ours named Eggy, I would have never joined the club that I joined, and my life would be in a totally different place.
Yeah.
My life has changed so much since I've met them. I started doing comedy. I'm meeting people. I'm going out. I was in a relationship with a woman for 13 years, and she didn't want me to be around anybody. So I was basically a fucking hermit.
Yeah, see, that sucks when you get into a relationship like that.
Yeah, man, it was definitely yeah, toxic is a good word for it. Toxic. That's a good word.
Well, don't you kind of
don't
think
care what nobody says? Abuse comes in different forms.
You betcha.
It doesn't have to be physical.
Yeah.
Like that shit is crazy, and it will cause you to do some crazy shit that you would not do under normal circumstances.
Yeah, and the person is just very, very insecure, and they don't want you out meeting other people and fulfilling your dreams, and it just holds people.
Yo, here's a true story.
And
Here's a true story that's gonna make you fucking see how. Here's a true story. It's gonna make you see how toxic this relationship was. Okay, so when I was convinced to do stand-up comedy my first time, she was on vacation in Puerto Rico, so she missed my first time on stage. So she didn't see the crowd go crazy. She didn't feel what I felt. So, about 6 months into it, Flying Brian, the same guy I'm telling you, tells me, "Hey man, Paul Rodriguez is calling my radio station today. Why don't you call at this time and you and Paul can get on the phone together? I know you're a huge fan." I was like, "Yo, absolutely, dude, no doubt." Paul gets on the radio. I call in. They put me on hold. Flying Brian cues me up, and he's like, "Hey, Paul, we have one of your very special fans on the radio. He's a good friend of ours. He's also a stand-up comic. And do you mind talking to him for a little bit?" Paul said, "Yeah, put him through." So he put me on the phone. The first 3 minutes of the conversation, I was telling him that I was a fan. My grandmother, may she rest in peace, was a huge fan of his because he's a Mexican. So his comedy is made for Mexican Americans or Latino Americans that can understand both languages, and how we understand how we grew up. Like one of the jokes that I say on the stage is actually all my jokes are facts, but one of the jokes that I say that gets the most applause is in my household, my mother hit me with whatever she found. There was no let me go get a belt or go get a switch. If there was an ashtray in front of her, you gotta get an ashtray in your face. That's just how it was. And as a fat kid, I spent a lot of time in the kitchen. So I can honestly say the spoons in my mom's kitchen got more ass than my dad did. Now that's a joke that I say on stage, but it's a fucking fact. That's the truth. Like
I
really
bet you learned how to duck.
No, but I could take a hit like nobody's business.
Oh man, you should have how to duck.
No, but you know what you see what I'm getting at. So
yeah,
over the phone, I'm telling him, Paul, I can relate to your comedy because it reminds me of home.
Yeah.
I was raised in this way, us Latinos. And once I mentioned that I was Latino, he's like, "Oh, so you're a comic around here?" I said, "Yeah, I do stand up. I've been doing it about 6 months now. I'm really not that good at it, but I try." And when I said that, Flying Brian jumps in and goes, "Man, Benny's great, man. He's one of our favorites." And right when he said that, the owner of the club, which was also in the interview, says, "Oh, I've had Benny on my stage quite a few times. He's actually very funny, blah, 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 blah." And this is before people like publicly started calling me Smalls. Only my close friends call me Smalls.
Yeah.
So Paul goes, "You know what, Smalls? If I would love to see your stand-up, how about you come to my show tonight?" And I was like, "Well, he goes, "What are you doing tonight?" I was like, "Actually, I have tickets to come to your show. I can't wait to see you. It's like this is like going to be one of my first comedy shows that I go to, that I was really looking forward to."
Yeah.
Besides Pauly Shore, which was another one that it was a birthday gift from the radio station. They sent me to meet Pauly Shore. It was fucking dope. So I get to the he's like, "Oh, well, come in a little bit early and I'll meet you and this and this and that."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, cool, man. I would appreciate that. Can I bring something for you to sign for me?" He's like, "No, I'll do you one better. You got 5 minutes for me?" And I didn't know in entertainment lingo,
yeah,
that means he wants you to hit the stage for 5 minutes.
So
when he told me, "Do you have 5 minutes for me?" I thought we could have a 5-minute conversation.
So
which
you're
I
like,
would have been
"Sure, man. All right."
I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude, for you, I got 10 minutes. And he's like, "No, all I need is 5. Just give me 5 minutes." So I was like, "Oh, maybe he's going to pitch something at me. He wants to see my reaction to it."
Yeah.
So I get to the show. I pull my tickets out at the front. The girl at the front goes, "Oh, shit, Smalls, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah." Gives me a hug. She goes, "I was told to put you in the VIP right in front." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, man.
They put me in the VIP. I sit down. My boy, remember? I don't know if you guys remember one of the first times I went on live. I had a guy with me named Chico.
Yeah.
Well, my boy Chico, at the time, we were both starting out at the same time. So Chico was at the show, and he was in the VIP table with me.
Chico the one in the video where he's on one side and your buddy, what's his face, was on the other side?
Oh, Nate Stein.
Wasn't that Chico and Nate?
Yeah, that was it.
All right.
Well, Chico's sitting at my table, and I'm like, is this my table?" And they're like, yeah. You and Chico are going to be sitting together. So now it's me, Chico, his wife, and my girl at the time. The one I'm telling you, 13 years.
Yeah.
So
wow, 13.
13 years we were together. So wait, so the show starts. The host comes up. Guess who the host is? Do you remember the girl that I had on here the other night? The comedian that Jimmy put on her shit on live? Marionette.
Oh, yeah.
La Puppet.
Yeah, she's funny.
Well, Marionette La Puppet was hosting that night. That's the night I met. Well, I had already met her, but that's the night that I got close with her.
Yeah.
Okay. So Marionette La Puppet goes on stage, and she's like, "Hey guys," and she does her little 10-minute bit, and she goes, "Guys, we got a special guest in the building tonight, doing a guest set for us, straight out of 105.5 The Beat and the Freak Show. A young man who just started doing comedy about 6 months ago." And as soon as she said that, I turned to Chico, and he's like, "Oh yeah, dog, it's on. Get on that stage and kick some ass." And I'm like, my heart dropped to the bottom of my big toe and came back the fuck up into my throat, and I got fucking shook. I was so shook.
You were,
and she's like,
right
she
there.
calls me on the stage. She says my full name. She calls me on the stage. I come on. The crowd is like 300 people clapping. I was like, okay, I can do this. No problem. Everybody's in their underwear. So I go up there and I do my 5 minutes, and I do what I consider my best 5 minutes at the time, which wasn't bad, but it's not what it is today. You know what I mean? And I go up there and I do my thing, and I come down off the stage, and I come down off the stage, and a waitress comes up to my table, and she hands me a shot of something clear. And she goes, Paul sent that for you. He told me to tell you don't leave until the show is over. He wants to talk to you. I said, okay. So I take my shot. He comes on stage. Marionette comes back on. She brings him back on the stage. He looks well, he didn't know who I was, like physically. He heard me from backstage, but he didn't know what I looked like. So he's up there doing his bit, and he does a bit that doesn't go over very well with the crowd.
Oh.
And he's like, man, this is a rough crowd. And I was like, yeah, you should be here on a Wednesday night for an open mic. And he turns down and he looks at me, he goes, Smalls? And he points down at me like, Smalls? And I was like, guilty. And he comes off the stage, comes over and shakes my hand and says, don't leave. After the show, I want to chill with you for a minute. He goes back on stage. He does his hour or whatever. He finishes up his hour. The show is over. He goes out back to the exit, and he's standing there taking pictures, signing autographs. And I'm like already there, but I'm off to the side, like just waiting for him to be done so I can get my few minutes with him.
Right.
And he's like, hey, what are you doing? Get over here. And he calls me over to him. First of all, I'm like, me? And he's like, yeah, you. It was like out of 16 candles, Jake Ryan in the fucking red Porsche. Hey, come here. I was like amazed, yo. He pulls me over to him. And he's like, you shared the stage with us tonight. You should be here with us, taking pictures and signing shit and all that. Dude, it was my first time signing an autograph. I had people taking pictures with me, and this is the shit that was the kicker. This is where the whole story was leading to. A mother-daughter team comes up, and I say team because that's what they seem like they were to me.
Yeah.
They both look like they were the same age. Obviously, one was a little bit older, but you would have never guessed that they were mother-daughter.
Right.
They were both very attractive women. And they walked up, and they hand the phone to my girlfriend at the time, and they say, can you take our picture? And they get up close with Paul.
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking, oh, let me get the fuck out of here. I don't got nothing to do with this. This is definitely some panty situation. So I backed up, and the daughter grabbed me and pulled me into the picture and was like, it ain't a picture without you. And they stood on either side of me, Paul in the side of the mother. So it was like Paul, the mother, me, and daughter. And that when the picture was being taken, they both smushed up close to me and put their faces up against my face.
Oh, my God.
So my girlfriend at the time is the one taking the picture, but nobody knows that.
Yeah.
She takes the picture, and then she has this fucking, like,
I'll kill you
stank face. Like she was just disgusted.
Like,
so after everything was said and done, wait. After everything was said and done, we did our meet and greet. Me and Paul go out back. I'm like, yo, Paul, you want to smoke a little something? He's like, yeah, no doubt. I haven't smoked in years. Bullshit, motherfucker. You hang out with Cheech Marin. I don't want to hear that shit. So we sit down at the table. It's literally an outside table with a fucking umbrella. We're in the back of the place. Like it's all fucking cool and shit. And we're sitting there smoking a joint, and I'm showing him videos on my phone of my stand-up, and he's showing me videos on his phone of his stand-up. And we're just two guys just hanging out. And my girlfriend at the time was sitting at the table with us, and so was Chico and his wife. So Chico's wife says, I have to use the bathroom. My girlfriend says, okay, I'll go with you. And they walked away. And as soon as they fucking hit that door and went inside the building, Paul goes, listen, man, if you want to be a comic, you got to get rid of that bitch. I was like, what? Oh. I was like, what? Like, it caught me so off guard the way he switched 180, man. It was bananas. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, look, bro, did you see the look on that lady's face when she had to take that fucking picture of those two girls? Those two girls weren't doing a motherfucking thing, but wanted to take a picture with the celebrity they just watched on TV or on stage. Imagine the first time you get a woman to slip a hotel card in your fucking in your pocket. What do you think that woman's gonna do? And I was like, oh, Paul, that's not gonna happen. He's like, Smalls, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I just watched you on stage. For someone who's been on 6 months, your stage presence is awesome. You're comfortable in that stage. You got great content. You're funny. Even your characteristics, the way you talk, even now, just sitting here with you, I'm holding my ribs because you're so fucking funny. You're gonna make it in this. You're gonna make it in this business if you let me lead you and you try your hardest. You will make it in this business, no questions asked. But you're not gonna make it that woman by your side.
How long
Swear to
ago was
God, that's
that?
what he told me. So
How
now
long
fast
ago was
forward. Check this out. Me
no,
and the
how
girl
long
break.
ago was that?
That happened around November, in the beginning of November.
This
Me and
year?
the girl break
I mean,
up
this
in
last
December,
year?
end of December. 6 months later, Paul comes back for a reunion to do another show. He gets to the radio station to do his interview as usual, and the first thing he does is call to Flying Brian. Instead of saying hello, how you been, blah blah blah, whatever. Hey man, can you get in touch with Smalls? I need an opener.
Wow.
Flying Brian calls me up. He's like, yo, bro, I got somebody that wants to talk to you. Passes the phone over to Paul.
Todd,
Paul's
what are
like,
you doing?
yo, it was amazing. It was amazing. Paul's first question: did you get rid of that bitch? I
Oh,
was like,
God.
yeah. I was like, yeah. He goes, don't you feel better? I was like, absolutely. When we leave he actually called me to come down to the radio station and be on the air with him.
Oh,
And when I left the radio station with him, my motorcycle was parked right in the front, and he's like, "That's your bike?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Look at you. You enjoying the freedom, huh?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm enjoying the freedom." And he's like, "Yo, man, I'm proud of you, bro.
so
When are you gonna come to my house?" And he kept inviting me to his house, and I kept telling him, "I don't want to be that guy that loses a good friendship because you think I'm using you to get clout in the business. It's not what I want to do. I want
yeah.
to do this on my own." Now, with that being said, you know who took the invitation to his house?
Who?
Marionette La Puppet.
Oh, yeah. Why didn't you
And she,
go?
yeah, that's what everybody says. I just don't want. You know what? The irony of it is that I didn't go. And I don't regret it because I still speak to him, and no one else does.
Does he live in Florida?
No, he lives in California. He actually just moved to He actually just sold his house last year. He sold his house last year and moved to Fresno. He lives with his son now.
Okay, well, how would you have gotten to California? You would have had to flown out and everything?
I went to California. I actually went. I just didn't call him while I was out there.
Yeah, but did
I mean, I called him, but I didn't call him to go to his house. I called him just to say what's up. Hey, man, I'm in Cali. Want to get together for a drink?
yeah,
And he's like, oh man, I'm not. I'm in Fresno right now. I was in San Diego.
yeah.
He's like, I'm in Fresno right now, like 5 hours north of you. I was like, well, I don't have a ride, bro. I'm sorry, man. He's like, no, that's cool, bro. We talk again. Don't worry. It's not like you forget me. I won't forget you. And then he hit me up when I got back, and he's like, hey, man, I'm glad you made it back all right. I just wanted you to be the first one to know I'm quitting comedy. And he said he's retiring. He's like 45 years I've been doing it, and I'm tired already.
Wow.
I think he has to focus on movies now. His son is a professional skateboarder, so he doesn't have to worry about money for the rest of his life ever.
Yeah, I always enjoyed his comedy. You know, even it was geared towards Latinos, but shit, us little crackers liked it too.
Now he's and you know what? He is the most genuine person you'll ever meet in your life. He doesn't consider himself to be a celebrity. I drove him to his hotel room the first time that he came down here. When I met him after that first night that he told me to get rid of the bitch, and on the way to the hotel room, he's like, "Hey man, do me a favor, stop at this store right here so I can get a pack of cigarettes." I was like, "Yeah, man, I'll go in for you." He's like, "No, I'm gonna go in." I'm like, "Paul, you're gonna get fucking swamped in there, bro. You can't do that." He's like, "Nah, these fucking kids don't know who I am. They're millennials. Their jeans are too tight." And he goes in and he gets his pack of cigarettes, and it's funny because he tells me, he comes back into the car, he goes, "You know what's funny? The kid was looking at me like he sort of kind of recognized me, but he didn't want to ask me who I was."
Well, it happens all the time as long as you don't have like a party around you, you know, like your garage or whatever.
Right. Well, I'm working on him. I'm working on Sinbad, and I got another one that I'm working on. But this one, I'm not gonna release it until I got like 500 subscribers.
I'll tell you what, I'm just so glad Sinbad is. It's he's just starting to come back out, right?
Yeah, he's touring the country right now.
And he lives out in California, right?
Yeah, he's out in LA.
I assumed he was West Coast because that's all, Fresh Prince Bel Air, out west, all that, But man, I'd love to see him. I wonder if he'll be up Nashville way.
You know what? I'll ask him. I'll ask him what his tour dates are.
I was gonna ask you because I'm getting my I finally got through this whole mess with my closing on my house from a year ago. I lost the house that I wanted because of this crooked dude that was doing everything for me.
Okay.
I got through it all. It couldn't have been the worst time of my life that this all happened, but I'll be in I had to pick a different house out, and I'll be in that house within a month or two. But I have my RV, and I was gonna ask you, you got a spot for my RV to come and sit? I'll plant it, and I'll live up here, and come down and stay in my RV and go to your comedy shows.
Well,
I know
let me tell you, just to let you know,
there's a lot of free camping down there,
by law, every Walmart lets an RV sit in there.
Yep.
Oh, some of them, they kick them out, though. Some of them kick them.
Not ours.
You can live on BML land down there. The only thing is those areas are pretty scary.
Well, right here, the only land that's owned by the government that's free land that you can actually stay on like that.
Yeah,
is the Everglades, and you don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, they just had I don't know, I just read about it yesterday. I think it was. They were saying that there's a snake orgy going on right now. We're having an epidemic of was it ball pythons?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
They mate by going into a huge ball.
They mate by going into a huge ball, and they had a video of it, like of the ball. It's fucking crazy,
God.
bro. And these shits are not little, 7-8 feet long.
I heard about the meth labs and shit down there in the Everglades.
Shit, if I take a good whiff right now, I can get high without even trying to get too far. I live where I live. It's called I'm right up the street from what they call the largest trailer park in the world. That is literally, if you Google that, you'll find it. It's the largest trailer park in the world, and it is ugly. I live in a 55 and over community, which is down the street from there.
Yeah.
And even though there's drugs like that, honestly, I can say that there's no crime because I think it was 2 years ago, a bike was stolen off the porch of somebody's house here.
Yeah.
And they're still talking about it. So that just tells you what crime is.
Hey,
the biggest crime is me.
Huh?
I'm the biggest crime here because I'm not old enough to live in the park. But
they made an exception.
Yeah, I'm not old enough to live in the park, but because I bought my trailer before the new administration came in, I'm grandfathered in. Yeah. I'm the youngest person in this park besides Panda.
Well, I did notice there are different trailer parks down in Florida that will allow you to, because see, I'm not 55 and over either, but I do know that if you have disabilities or, like they were going to let my brother into a trailer park that was 55 and over, maybe it was 54, I don't know, but his wife at the time had felonies, so he couldn't stay there. But he was going to buy this nice trailer for $1,500, and then all you do is pay your lot fees, But I kind of wondered if you were in a mobile home.
I am in a mobile. I'm in a double wide.
Yeah. Hey, there's some nice double wides, especially down in Florida.
Hey, I'm not complaining at all.
Hell no.
Oh, I got a backyard. I got a fire pit.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Literally,
yeah.
My garage is a man cave. Like I have a leather sofa in there, fucking TV, PlayStation.
Are you down by
doors?
Are you down by Tampa?
I'm further south than Tampa.
That's gorgeous down that way, man.
Yeah, well, I'm 1 hour, or I guess I guess like 45 miles north of Naples, which is the third Collier County, which is the third richest county in the United States.
So you're just north of Fort Myers.
Oh, yeah, that's where I'm at, Fort Myers.
Okay.
I'm north Fort Myers.
Yeah, I've got friends in Fort Myers.
I gotta say this real quick. Panda just gave me this. I got her phone in my hand because she just got tweeted from CNN. 100 people died due to the coronavirus in China's Hubei province on Sunday, just on Sunday, bringing the global death toll to 1770. More than 71,000 people worldwide have contracted the virus.
Damn.
I told you guys.
This is an end of the world scenario. Now, here's another thing we should talk about.
It could be prophecy. You just don't know. Prophecy says.
Have you guys seen these shits?
What's that?
These are called wrap chips. Wrap snack, right?
Cardi B.
This is Cardi B potato chips. They're cheddar barbecue. Okra. And these right here are the Migos.
He did the Cardi B.
It says sour cream with a dab of ranch. Okay. Now, what I find amazing, these are the Migos.
Okay. I'll tell you what, man. She knows how to freaking make a dollar, don't she?
Oh, here it is. Yeah, they have a picture of the Migos on the back. I don't know if you guys can see that. And the front has the Migos on there with the flavor and everything. Now Cardi B's the queen of New York. You got to show this. Cardi B's chips has a drawing of Cardi B, which kind of looks like her.
Yeah.
And it says Cardi B, the cheddar and barbecue.
Yeah.
And on the top, there's a little phrase here. I don't know if you can see that.
Stay true to who you are.
Isn't that some shit?
Yep. She knows how to make money. I'm telling you.
These motherfuckers don't got enough money. Now they want to sell chips.
The boozy badass ones are pretty good too.
Oh, wow. Boozy badass.
Wait,
Yeah,
listen to this.
They're the hot ones.
From Cardi B.
In the back of the chips, there's a quote from Cardi B.
It says, being successful in life and being in the music business is all about being true to who you are, knowing your self-worth, never neglecting small things, and always following your gut instincts. If you follow this rule of thumb, it will eventually create the recipe for success.
This is a woman who took her clothes off for dollar bills.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a smart fucking lady, man.
And then says, dabbing is a lifestyle.
Yeah, you know what? People are going to get stoned.
Nothing to say.
People get stoned, and she knows this too. People are going to get fucked up. And she'd be smart to have different sayings on all the different bags too. Different sayings.
Collective series.
Because they'll sit there eating them chips and being looking at what there's something positive that she puts on them chips, and they're gonna walk away with that or wake up with it, you know, that positive thought.
I don't get it. I think that they make enough money doing stupid shit. The Migos kill me. They're rappers that don't got shit to say. They have no major sayings on their shit, no quote inspirational shit. In my day, rappers said shit that meant something. You know, Tupac, he had a message. Public Enemy, they had a message. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kumo D had a message. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know. I see it like this. Rap is called rap, right? Because rap is translated as to have something to say, to speak, to communicate. So they can't call what they're doing rap. I think they're right by saying that they're rock stars. That's what they are, because they're definitely not fucking rappers. A rapper is Eminem, somebody who's lyrical, somebody who has something to say. They convey a message. The epitome of a rapper is Slick Rick, a storyteller, somebody who's going to tell you something that happened. You know what I'm saying?
I like Eminem myself.
I love Eminem. Eminem is the most lyrical motherfucker I've ever heard in my life, and I've been following rap since a long
And
time.
he's fast.
Hobson is the black Eminem.
Yeah, I know.
I love Hobson. Yeah, the Ill Mind series, all of them.
I think he's faster. I think he's faster than Eminem.
He's faster, but his mind is the way his mind works is crazy. The thing about Eminem is Eminem was good at freestyling. He can come up with some shit off the top of his head that'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
He did that battle rapping at the shelter. That shit wasn't just a movie. 8 Mile was literally done after him.
Good.
Just like 50 Cent's movie,
Good.
Get Rich or Die Trying. Yeah, just like 50 Cent's movie, Get Rich or Die Trying, was a movie about him. That's all real life shit.
And I
They
love
just can't
that
say
movie
that.
too.
You know, they
Man, they
can't
fucked
say
him up
nothing.
in that movie.
Mhm.
I'm sorry if I'm talking over you, Smalls. It's delayed.
No, yeah, that's my fault. My connection is shitty. I usually before I go online, I disconnect shit and turn off my Fire Stick and shit
Well,
like that. But today was
well,
just
let me ask your muscular, big man macho thing. Let me ask you: did you cry on with 50 Cent movie? Because I
no.
did.
No, you know what movie made me cry? That I mean, and I'm not afraid to admit that I cried because I'm a 200-pound ex boxer, 280-pound ex boxer, and I'll put you square in the fucking face. But the movie Four Brothers gets me every time.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see that, but I cried my ass off with ET every time I watch it.
I cry at that. I love the movie P.S. I Love You. That movie makes me cry. Let's see. There's a few.
Two stories really get to me. Like 50 Cent got fucked over bad.
Listen, I cried in the episode of The Office when Michael Scott left.
Oh, I love The Office.
Yeah, I cry. I'm watching the whole thing all over again right now.
I sure wish I had them all just to watch all over again. The fucking shit was funny.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm gonna be getting Netflix as soon as I get into my place. You know, finally.
As a matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do for you. If you get yourself in your place and you get your internet hooked up,
yeah,
go on eBay and buy yourself a Fire Stick, and I will send you the program code to hack it.
All right.
How hard is that to do?
It's not hard at all.
Okay, that does not for me.
Well,
kind of.
What should I pay for a Fire Stick?
A Fire Stick should be anywhere from $25 to $30. You can get a brand new one in the box for like $35
on eBay.
No, shit, on eBay you should get it a lot cheaper than that.
Oh, you mean Amazon?
Amazon.
I meant Amazon.
On Amazon, they'd probably be like $35.
Yeah, but I don't got Prime, so it might be more.
I don't have Prime either.
Okay.
I'm not paying $100 for free shipping. Fuck that. I'll pay the fucking $3 shipping, whatever.
Yeah.
But
well, I've got internet now, but I just haven't got Netflix hooked up or anything because I just haven't gotten it yet.
Well, when you get yourself hooked up, man, let me know. I'll send you the link, no doubt. As a matter of fact, I'll do a whole video on it.
Okay.
Well,
and then I'll send you the video link.
I just bought a brand new Fire Stick off of somebody on Facebook for $15.
I bought mine for $20.
Does it work?
Does it work? Yeah, it works.
Oh, cool.
Is it jailbroken already?
I had a buddy that's supposed to jailbroke it, but I don't think he did. I think he just put a bunch of shit on there.
I'm gonna tell you what I can do. I can give you a free app store that lets you choose your own apps that you want.
Oh yeah?
It's a free app store, and I've got everything, dude. I got everything: live TV from around the world, closed circuit TV, all the pay-per-views. I got a whole page of fucking porno channels from the U.S. to the U.K. From Australia to fucking Arab. Well, I mean, I know Todd spends a lot of time at home. I'm just saying.
So do you get Netflix on there too?
Yeah. I got anything you're looking for.
Hulu?
Yeah, I got closed circuit TV from all over the world.
See, that would be cool to watch.
I do. It's hilarious.
I watch people phone
I watch people in London get beat up coming out of the pubs. It's fun.
You know,
It's
where
fun. Gary will tell you.
you go down to the Keys.
The Keys are like an hour from me, an hour and a half.
See,
One
my
kilo,
buddy worked there at the Garter or whatever it's called, but it takes freaking 9 hours to get down there from the main island. Damn.
Well, listen, I live in Fort Myers, and to get to the first key, which is Key Largo, I think it's 3 hours or 2.5, depending on who's driving.
Yeah. Well, the speed limit
then-
sucks.
Well, the speed limit only matters if you get caught.
Yeah.
That 9-mile bridge, what, girl? I'm on my bike hitting that bitch white knuckle. Ah!
Yeah, exactly.
Slapping in the wind.
That bridge in Tampa is crazy to ride a motorcycle over. Oh my God.
Miami's the worst. Miami has the worst drivers I've ever seen in my life.
Because they don't give a fuck.
But have you been on that bridge there? I'm sure you have. That real freaking high ass bridge there.
With the yellow poles on the Tampa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on there.
That's fucking crazy at night on your motorcycle. It's just crazy.
We used to race cars on that bridge.
Oh,
You ever seen Fast and Furious when they in the first one when they cut off the streets and they're like, "Go home, pizza boy, find another way home."
Yeah.
We used to do shit like that out here. We used to shut the street down. Yo, what you gonna do? There's 150 fucking cars. What are you gonna do? Call the cops. Describe my car. There's 15 Jettas. Which one was mine?
Right.
I'll tell you what, Smalls. When it's hot, like here in Tennessee, and it's hotter in Florida, but when it's hot here in Tennessee, you're wearing a helmet and you get in this traffic, right? And you're stuck.
Wait. I'm sorry. I don't understand that word. Helmet.
I know. Shut up. Now, Smalls, I am from Illinois. We didn't have to wear helmets there, but in Tennessee we do. So when we hit the Kentucky line, we throw our damn helmets in the ditch, and then we come back through and pick them up. But what I was gonna say is, when you get stuck in that heat and you're constantly having to, pull in the clutch, release the clutch, pull in the clutch, reach, I get against that cement wall and I duck down and I cruise that cement wall to get out of that traffic. Then you got
I do that shit too.
Then you
I
got
do that shit too. I'll do the rumble strip. I don't give a fuck.
It gets too freaking hot, and your hand starts wearing out. What are you supposed to do? Then you got.
So look, I'm not gonna say I don't own a helmet. I own several helmets.
Yeah.
But I only wear them if I absolutely have to. I made my mother promise that I will wear my helmet if I'm riding on the highway. So
Yeah.
that with that being said, I don't take the highway anymore.
Well, if I didn't have to wear one, I wouldn't, because I just don't like them. They're a hindrance to me. And I just had surgery on my neck. I sure don't want to put a helmet on it.
Hell no. Well, this helmet right here was very plain, so I sanded it down, and I'm getting ready to do this as a stencil on.
Yeah. You know what though? That matte finish is fucking cool.
I like the matte finish, but my bike is white. I have
you probably
well,
want
it's not
everything white in Florida.
It's not even white. It's like an eggshell kind of color, bone even.
Yeah.
Taupe. It's taupe. Yeah, you guys want to hear a funny story? So yesterday, I went out with the president of my club, and we went. Well, who?
You asked them a question.
Oh, whatever. They don't have an option. It's my channel. Anyway, this is how we gonna do this. I went out yesterday with the president of my club, and we rode down to Naples, which is like I said, about an hour ride away. And we went the scenic route, watching trees and shit, driving through Estero and all that. Really nice countryside or whatnot. And he's with his girl on the back of his bike, and I'm by myself because Panda had to work. So I had my music on, and when I'm enjoying my life, like enjoying things around me, I am not your average New Yorker. So I'm listening to, I don't know if you guys have Spotify, but if you do, there's a playlist called Songs You Sing Along With in the Shower. And I don't know if you know this, but a 280-pound biker singing Phil Collins, like, and I'm talking about you can't hurry love, no.
I like Phil Collins.
Yo, I was enjoying my ride so much I wasn't even paying attention to the songs that was coming on, and then all of a sudden, I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, and I'm singing along with this shit. And I turned to my side. We're at a red light, and I turned to my side, and my president looks at me and just puts his head down and shakes like that. And his wife goes, "Look at the big tough." Oh no, it was me. I said, "Look at the big tough biker listening to fucking Alanis Morissette and shit on the radio." And there was a dude in a pickup truck. Yo, there was a dude in a white pickup truck on the other side of my president, and yo, all I saw was he put his head down and started dying laughing, and he drove off. My president's like, "Yo, bro, I had no idea that's the kind of music you listen to." Because when I ride,
bikers ride up on their full dressers and listening to some crazy ass shit like Poison, which I like Poison, but you don't expect that from a big burly biker, and just loving all of it. They don't give a shit.
I pull up playing like the Beatles. Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Oh man. Yeah, I after the show, the little get together that we went to was over. Shout out to the Llamas, by the way. Llamas Motorcycle Club Naples, Llama Naples. They throw a mean ass fucking party, bro.
Yeah.
I walked in, and as soon as I walked into the thing, we signed in. We said what's up to the people we knew, and the security came up to us and gave us all shots of Fireball. Welcome to the party, guys. Like it was amazing. These guys are amazing people, man. They're just so. Llama stands for Latin American Motorcycle Association, and they're just the greatest bunch of guys you'll ever meet in your life, man.
Yeah, sometimes you're so hopeful. Other times, and
yo, these guys will give you the shirt off their backs, man. I've seen it. My brother did it.
Yeah, because you have to wear one there.
Well, not in the air conditioning. Your nipples get hard. It's horrible. Yeah.
What I was gonna tell you earlier though was when I was riding the wall here in Tennessee trying to get out of the traffic, I was ducked down riding the wall, right? And this is how dirty people can be, and they think they're badasses and they want to be a fucking dick. This young fucking guy, he must have been 25 years old, 26 years old, opens his car. He went over so that he was right on the line, all the way over, opened his fucking door. I veered and stopped. I said, you're fucking pissed because I'm going around everybody. I said, if I was in a car, I would be sitting too. But what you don't get, dickhead, is that I'm out here in the fucking beaten down sun and my hand is about done on the clutch. What am I supposed to fucking do if I can't pull my clutch in? What am I supposed to do if I can't release my clutch? And the guy looks at me and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." I said, "Why don't you fucking think about that before you do that again to somebody and kill them?"
Not only that, if you were going even if 25 miles an hour in that little patch right there, with all them fucking, they call them marbles, is what's on there. I don't know if you know that. If you look at that patch, it always looks like it's dirtier than the regular street. It's the burnt.
That's where all the water drains here.
Well, it's the burnt rubber from the cars that's on the side of the road. It looks like little marbles. That's why they call them marbles. On a motorcycle.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the center. I'm talking about the center of the road. There's a cement divider.
That's lane. I do not.
That's the only way you can get away with it here. The cops will get you if you go on the shoulder.
In California, that's legal. Lane splitting is legal as long as you're on a road that's 25 miles an hour or less.
Yeah, I experienced that when I was there with my daughter. Man, there was about 15 bikes come flying down between cars. But you know what? It should be, because you get caught in that traffic and you get wore out sitting there on your motorcycle. Stop, go, stop, go, stop, go.
Georgia Peach says she cried watching The Fox and the Hound. Peach, I do you one better, Peach. I do you one better. I cry watching YouTube videos of people getting engaged.
Oh,
I do.
that's
I
sweet.
do. You know which is the one that gets me the most? It's the guy that puts the girl sitting in the back of the Jeep, and he's like walking along with the Jeep that's moving, and they're filming what's going on, and he's like mouthing along to Bruno's Mars, "Marry Me," and they
Yeah.
got like the entire family involved and fucking marching bands and people on Skype on laptops singing along. I'm like, these people love each other. Like that dude loves his wife. Like that dude loves
Yeah.
her. And all
Yeah.
those people that were involved in it love them together. Like that's dope, man. That's
Yeah.
dope. That's what you call that's real shit. Don't make me talk about it because I get all white girl crazy.
Yeah, and the thing is if they're willing to go to that extent, you know damn well there's a lot of love there.
Yes, yes. And to get everybody involved like that, that's just amazing. Choreographing the moves, all that, man.
Yeah,
That's just bananas.
I've
I think
cried with
that's
some of them too.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. So that little things like that, man, do it to me. You know what? I've seen It's a Wonderful Life 1,000 times, and I still cry at the end. I still cry when he's like, "What do you want, the moon, Mary? Just tell me, say the words, and I'll throw a lasso around it and bring it down to you." What? That is some real chivalry shit right there, man. I love that shit. All right, you guys know too much about me now. I have to delete this video. You see what you did?
Smalls, I've always known you were a big softie.
Shut up. Don't be telling people that shit. I got a
I'm not
reputation.
telling nobody. It's just between you and me.
And everybody listening to this stream.
Don't judge me by my bald head. Yeah, man, I can't help it. That's just a lot of things that I see that, I just think it's cool.
Yeah.
It gives me hope for civilization after all. You know what I mean?
Hey, where's Peach from? Is she from Atlanta?
I don't know. Peach, where you from, Peach? Stone Mountain? She's still in here. We got 6 people in here. I don't know who they are. I see Fishing Up a Storm. Turn your volume down. The background is echoing. Oh, that's you.
I can hear the background too.
That's me.
Todd, damn it. Todd.
It's been going the whole time.
I ignored that shit. I was in the middle of feeling good right now. You guys made me feel good. Tonight was a good live, guys. I appreciate it.
I could tell that you were in a really good mood, Smalls.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often, but
he got his donuts.
Well, it was before the donuts. I've just been kind of I don't know. I haven't been myself. You guys haven't met the real me yet. I'll be me again soon. I promise you. It's just not. I'm not there yet.
Well,
I'm getting it.
You know, Smalls, I kind of understand when you go through shit. I mean, I lost 2 kids in the last 2 years.
Yeah, I lost my grandmother and my sister within 3 months of each other.
And it does change you. You lose yourself for a while, and that's why I went reclusive. And I've been a recluse for the last year and a half.
If I start counting in the past 3 years the people I've lost, I can't. And then I'm talking about close people. Look, back in my old neighborhood, there's this guy. I loved him to death. His name was Shannon Crawford. May he rest in peace. This man was like my big brother growing up. We played video games together. We played Little League together. We played football together. We went to the same schools. Him, and his little brother, Sean. And we all grew up together. His mother, when I had my accident where I lost my vision in my left eye, his mother used to make the doctor used to say I couldn't be jostled around because I had stitches in my eye, but I was very rambunctious and wild, and I was like, fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And I used to jump around and play football, and they were like, oh, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. So his mother used to see me and tell me, hey, stop jumping around. Stop jumping around. She used to nag me all the time, and I used to do it on purpose. Even as a grown-ass man, I still go over there to the neighborhood to go play around, and I joke around, and I jump around in front of her, and she goes, no, you're going to hurt yourself. It's amazing. Yeah. But his grandmother was like she did the I don't know if you know how they do it in the projects in New York during the summer. They have summer lunch for the kids, and his grandmother was the lady that was like the lunch lady.
Yeah.
But she was much more than that. She was there for the after school program. When I started working for PAL, we introduced them to PAL, so they were part of the PAL, the Police Athletic League, for those of you who don't know. And I got really close to this lady, so I used to call her grandma. I never knew her name. I used to just call her grandma. And people looked at me. I'm a very fair-skinned Puerto Rican, and I have this little black grandma. And they were like, how the fuck do you have two black brothers and a black grandma? And I'm like, dogs, we come in all colors. Like, it was crazy, yo. But my grandmother's birthday was December 9th. May she rest in peace. And December 10th, he passed away. And he passed away from an illness that I don't even remember exactly what it was. But that was the first time in my life that I cried over a man. Like, I lost that dude, and it was heart-wrenching. Yeah. It killed me. And then like 2 months later, I lose my grandma. And then 4 months after that, I lose my sister. And now it's been 2.5 years, and now I lost my brother. And my mom, I love her to death, but my brother died December 29th. New Year's Eve, my mother called me, and she's like, you coming to my house to come for New Year's? And I'm like, Mom, I'm not driving an hour to go to a party when I don't feel like fucking partying. I just lost my brother. I don't feel like doing that. And she got pissed off at me and hung up at me and hasn't spoken to me since.
Wow.
So family, I have none left. I have nobody.
I'm sorry.
I have my aunt that's in New York, and I miss her to pieces, and we're very close since I was a little kid because my grandmother raised me and my aunt lived with her. So I was like having two moms, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
like
now your mom, your brother, that was his mom too, right?
No. Let's just say he was an adopted brother. Okay. He was my brother from the club, but we were very, 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 very close. Like there was not a day we didn't see each other, not a day we didn't speak. He was my brother.
Sorry, your mother didn't understand.
But I have two actual brothers that live in Orlando, and I just recently got in. I mean, I've always been in touch with them, but we go years without speaking and only live 2 hours apart, 2.5 hours apart. Yeah. And my one brother called me the other day, which surprised the shit out of me because I done changed my number and they didn't know it and nothing. But he called me on Google Hangouts and he's like, hey, bro, just to let you know, I'm legit. And I'm like, what do you mean you're legit? He's like, I went out, I got my motorcycle license, and I bought a bike. When you coming to come see me? And I'm like, I always go see you. When are you guys gonna come see me?
Right.
You know? I'm the one. I'm the one that's always making moves. That's why me and my mother are not speaking right now. Me and my mother are not speaking right now because I have not called to her. Because if I called to her, we'd be okay already by now. But
yeah,
because
sometimes you know what, people got. Well, she should have understood you were upset, but maybe she did want to see you. But you know what? I've got 3 brothers and 2 sisters, and in all my life, the only time anybody's come to see me is my brother came to see me and brought my son and my son's wife just before Christmas. And it was because my son thought I was dying because I had that surgery, you know. Right. And it's been a big deal. This is the hardest surgery I've ever had. And right. I was shocked. I was shocked, so shocked that my brother, and that's my baby brother, he's a twin, would actually do that for me. But you know what? It's about fucking time that somebody gave a fuck about me to make the move instead of me always making the move.
That's the way I feel. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now. So now, and God's honest truth, this is the God's honest truth. I have maybe 4 or 5 people in my club that I deal with on a regular basis. I have Panda, and I have you guys.
And you're happy, that's right?
All I have. I wouldn't say I'm happy, but I mean I'm getting better.
Yeah. Well,
I'm socializing more, you know?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that within the next couple of days I can get Dookie to come over because Dookie said he's gonna pay for the first month of the StreamYard for me.
Yeah.
So if he comes over and he actually pays for the first month, That'll be dope. Then I'll have a full month where I can get on as much as I want.
I thought
Because
BJ
right now,
was going to pay for half of it, like every month.
yeah, BJ was gonna pay for it, but he doesn't have a bank account and he can't pay. What is it? He can't Cash App me.
Huh.
So he's like, I never even thought about telling him try PayPal. Shit, maybe I'll try that PayPal.
Well,
I
don't
don't
you
see
have
why
to
not.
have a damn bank account to do PayPal?
No, you can use I think you can use a prepaid card.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, why
I'm
the
pretty
fuck
sure you
would
can
he
use.
have a bank account? That's strange.
He said he doesn't trust banks. I don't blame him. My mother used to work in a bank, and I don't trust banks.
I don't have a bank account. I don't trust banks.
Me neither.
See?
I have a savings, but my
They
check
don't
that I
have
get on the
money.
first of the month goes in there. But,
Yeah, money is just paper. There's nothing backing it anymore.
They don't have physical, actual money. Like there is nothing of value. They only have IOUs.
Yeah.
And they're translating that because what is happening is the banks of America are going, we need a loan so that way we can come up to quota of how much our bank is making and storing.
Right.
And so the federal union is going, okay, we'll loan you this much. You should be fine until next month. But then next month comes by and they're like, oh, we now need more money. So it seems like they're losing money instead of gaining money.
I don't know if you guys know this, but the whole reason why they give you a percentage on your bank account if you keep your money in a savings account is because as soon as you deposit that money, they gamble your money in mutual funds in the stock market.
Yeah, they do something. I mean, I've had banks.
That's why
I've had banks cash a later check that should have been. They do it and arrange it in an order where they'll take the bigger check, and then they'll make that bounce, and then they'll take all the smaller ones and make them bounce.
Listen.
Instead of the way you set them.
You ever hear a bank promote themselves as being an HDIC in a bank? HDIC?
Yeah.
HDIC basically is them admitting to you that they gamble with your money, and as long as you give them your money to gamble with, they'll ensure that you'll get at least your money back.
Yeah.
So now when they gamble your money and they lose it, where do you think that money comes from? It comes from the federal deposit.
Yep.
That federal deposit that no one knows if there's gold in there or not.
Well, I'll tell you what, Trump's going to probably try to take them down. He don't like the banks either. Huh.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, man. Obama, when he was president, wanted a tour of the vault, and they would not let him go to the vault. They let him go to the vault, but they wouldn't open it.
Wow.
Yes.
This is the Federal Reserve and the POTUS.
Yeah, man.
And they told him no.
Yeah, and Trump wants to bring it down.
Trump, listen, I'm happy to just lay eyes on it. I just want to know it's there.
Yeah.
Don't fucking feed me shit and tell me it's Shinola. I need to know.
Yeah. Hey, which eye did you say? Point to the eye that you can't see out of. I know you said it's your left eye. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my left eye.
You can't really tell.
Why? You know what? If you look at my eye real close, I have one blue eye, one green eye.
Oh, David Bowie.
Actually, the only 3% of the world has that condition. It's called monoculosis. And
David Bowie got popped in the eye with a balloon or something. That's why his pupil just went bigger, and then the outside of his eye looks the way it does. So he didn't naturally have two different color eyes. That's crazy, Smalls.
Some people are naturally born like that.
Yeah.
You know what I used to use as a pickup line? Girls would be like, "Oh my God, you have two different color eyes." I'm like, "That's right, baby. I'm part husky. You should see my purple tongue."
Now, is yours naturally that way, or did
the surgery? Well, it was naturally two different colors, but it was two different shades of green.
Okay.
And then when I had the surgery, it went blue.
Okay.
Which I don't mind. I wish they would do the other eye just so I could even out.
No, you want to be able to see out of one, don't you?
Well, that's just it. The other eye, my right eye, suffers from something called keto something, where I have flat spots in my cornea.
Yeah.
So my vision sucks. and glasses can't fix it.
Damn.
I'm blind in one eye and going blind in the other.
Wow.
So, and that's another thing that's another bit of news that I've gotten in the last year or so that has changed my life.
How can you ride the
Because
bike then?
carefully,
Yeah. You better be.
because I don't
careful.
see sharp. I see everything. Everything is very blurry. I can't see the chat right now. I see that there's writing, but I can't see what it says. All I see is the bubbles of the people.
So when
That's
do you
that.
have to take your next eye exam at the driver's license? I know it's 10 years or something down there.
I don't have to do that. Do you know why I don't have to do that?
Why?
Well, because when I first did my license when I was like 17 in New York, I flirted with the girl behind the counter who was only but 22, and she okayed me and checked me off. And then I moved down here to Florida, and I had to get the whole new license again. And they were like, "Oh, I see you have your vision better 2020," and they okayed me too. It doesn't even say I'm supposed to wear corrective lenses.
Wow.
And then I just did my motorcycle endorsement 2 years ago, so that okayed me for another 10 years.
I know it's 10 years in Florida.
Yeah, every 10 years after you do an endorsement.
But let me tell you this, do not let that driver's license expire.
Nah, I would never do
If
that.
it expires, they'll make you retake every test.
No, I would never let it expire because I don't care about my car, but my motorcycle is my life.
I don't think you'd lose the motorcycle license, at least the driving part, your endorsement.
Well,
But
no, that's just
normally,
it. It's all together here. It's all attached here.
right,
You lose the
it's here.
together.
Well, it is here. But what I'm saying is if it expires, then they make you take the eye test. They make you take the written test. Or no,
Yeah,
they don't
I
make you
won't
take
let
the
that
written
happen.
test. They just make you do the eye test.
I won't let that shit happen. Trust me.
You okay,
I'm on it.
Todd?
I'm good.
I know you got asthma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got asthma. We all three have fucking asthma. Isn't that crazy?
And I'm sitting here
Yeah.
smoking a cigarette. He just took a dab. You're talking like crazy. And the one who doesn't have asthma, Panda, just quit smoking altogether.
I'm gonna quit eventually. I've just got to get through some shit,
I'm gonna quit the day after I die. I
Yeah.
promise you, after the day I die, I will not smoke another cigarette.
But
I think carefully before you use the B word again, because you reneged on the last two.
But after I die, I'm definitely not gonna smoke a cigarette. You don't think so?
Oh no, you will.
After I'm dead,
Yeah, you'll be smoked.
I'll be smoked. That's right. I
yeah,
want y'all to take my ashes and make a plant like ivory. I'm gonna help y'all get rich. We're gonna tell you all the fucking lotto numbers. All my ranchers are gonna be rich on me.
I don't like.
Well, you have to win one. Let Todd win one. Let BJ win one. Let Free win two because she's going through some shit.
Why does she get two and I get one?
Because you get my ashes. You get the plant for life.
You just said everybody gets your ashes.
No, they get the answers to the questions.
We are going to rewatch this video.
You get the genie. They get the wishes.
That's not fair.
What do you mean? One wish apiece, and you can have all the wishes you want as long as you rub the right part. It does work that way.
I knew I had
Everybody
asthma when I was a
It
kid.
works that way. Press one.
A genie is entitled to a certain amount of wishes.
Yes.
Give all of those
If
wishes
I'm a genie and I give you 3 wishes, right? Your first 2 wishes are going to be frivolous, and your third wish is going to be more wishes. Because
Yeah,
everybody knows that.
yeah, yeah. But you normally don't get that from the genie because the
I'm going
genie
to be a
tells
genie.
you.
I'm going to change my name to Sinbad.
The genie
This way
tells
we
you
can
you cannot wish for more.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, that's the small print. If you don't read the small print, then that's on you.
There's 3 wishes. 3 people. And the fourth
My
person
wish, I would only need one. I would
Yeah, I
only
only
need
need
one
one.
wish. And that
I
would
need
be to be happy forever.
Well, that's not good either because happiness is only happiness because you can relate it to sadness.
Happiness, if you're always happy, that means you have everything you need.
That's not true.
Yeah, if you're happy.
Happiness is what you call the other side of the spectrum. Just like you can't have sad without happy, you can't have happy without sad. Happy is only determined by the amount of sadness you've been through in your life.
And you do not appreciate happy
And
if you do not experience sad.
If you yeah, that's exactly it.
I've already
Seems like
experienced the worst
I got a
things
question
you
for
could.
you, Free. I got a question for you, Free.
Okay.
Would you rather love and lose or not love at all?
Love and lose.
Yeah, because at least you know what it's like, right? To know what the feeling of love.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same thing with happy and sad. You can't appreciate being happy all the time if you don't remember those times that you were down at your bottom.
Oh yeah, but I'd still be happy if I wished that I was always happy. What I'm saying is, if I'm say tomorrow, what would make me happy is a fucking Lamborghini? Okay, I'd have it.
Yeah, but then I'm the kind of genie that'd be like, I'll give you the Lambo, but you got to pay for your plates, tax, tags, and title.
That wouldn't make me happy.
And I'll raise the price of gas.
That wouldn't make me
But
happy.
you got that nice little paperweight sitting in your front yard, though.
Well, I would say, it would make me really happy if I had license plates and forever gas. That would make me so happy, and then I'd have it.
That's more than one wish.
But it is also
No, it just means that if I wish to be happy forever, well, those things would make me happy.
My one wish would be turn everything back in time till I was 21, and let me do it all over again with the knowledge I have now.
That'd be interesting.
Well, I remember a lot of World Series of who won, so that's my money right there.
There you go.
I remember a lot of Super Bowls who won. That's my money right there.
Yeah.
A lot of boxing matches. Tyson, come on, man. We could be rich off Tyson alone. Think about it.
Uh-huh.
And then you go back and you remember, okay, well, I fucked up this situation because I didn't do this, man. Let me change that around. Or, man, I treated this person
crazy
bad.
bitch.
I treated this person bad when they were here. Maybe I should treat them good and see how things change with that.
Yeah.
Things like that,
Yeah.
I have a lot of regrets in life, man. I've done a lot of dumb shit.
So have I.
And I mean, although life is changing for me little by little, this comedy shit is starting to take off, man. And
That's
if
cool.
if anything happens the way that they told me that it's gonna happen, it literally happens overnight. So,
yeah, we'll stay positive because all it takes is one right person in the fucking audience.
Well, that's another thing that I have a benefit of. The guys out here, the guys that I deal with out here that do comedy, the guys that I do comedy with, they all say that I have one good thing, one good quality that not everybody has, and that's I can relate in any crowd. I can hang out with a bunch of Republicans and sit there and do my thing with the Republicans, and I can hang out with a bunch of stoners and still get along with the stoners, or I can put on a suit and you know what I'm saying? Like I can kind of I'm a jack of all trades, and I have so much random fucking information that I thought would never be useful, and it's actually becoming quite useful.
Yeah.
I didn't know that some of the things that I learned watching stupid documentaries and shit like that I was gonna end up using them in conversation.
A bunch of knowledge.
So it just goes to show you, like, that's what I'm saying. I consider myself blessed. I consider myself blessed because of the gifts that I have. Now, having those gifts is only half the battle. Now you got to find a way to implicate those gifts to get to where you want to go, and that's where I'm at a standstill because I like I said, I went through a really bad depression, and I lost myself for a little while. So I lost who I was, and I've lost the things that I used to be good at. I'm not good at anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
And it's not only the people that I've lost and things like that. It's also my physical state. I got into a car accident in 2013, and now I'm disabled. I'm forced to be retired. I can't work anymore. I can't do what I used to work as anymore. Yeah. So there goes, $75,000 a fucking year So now what am I gonna do? Live off a disability? No,
I know that's depressing, ain't it?
I gotta switch gears, you know, and it's fucked up because you learn to live within your means when you're on top, and then you know the next day you're at the bottom and you're still like, fuck, man, I really wanted that soy latte today, but I guess I'm just gonna have to buy these ramens instead so we can have dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right?
It's crazy. It's crazy how the world works. Oh
Yep.
shit! Speaking of, you want to get the fajita strips going? We didn't buy the taco shells though. Fuck!
What?
I'm not going to Walmart. I'm hungry. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and we
Planned on going after work.
we bought but then we started. I was live, and look, it's been what, an hour, almost 2 hours. Christ almighty. I was hungry. We went yesterday to Walmart and we picked up these 2 bags of fajita strip chickens, like chicken strip breasts and like for fajitas. And we have the air fryer, which fucking tortilla shells, man. I forgot to buy the flour tortillas.
Put it on a salad, a bed of lettuce.
Do I look like? Let me just show you what I look like. Do I look like the type of man that eats lettuce? You know what my salads come on? Big Macs.
Okay, put it on rice.
Oh, that's a good idea. We could do rice.
Yeah, you can.
Oh man.
You don't have any rice?
Yeah, I got rice. I just don't got any ganas. And ganas is a Spanish word for wanting to do it. Motivation. Yes, that's the word, motivation. So when I say we can do it, what I really mean is, Panda, you can do it. But she's
hunger
like,
is a good motivator.
Hunger does not motivate me as much as you think. I'm surprised I'm this big, bro. I'm not this big because of the frequency of my food. I'm this big because of the choice of the food.
Yeah.
If I ate as much as I wanted to eat, I wouldn't be able to see my fucking feet. I'm serious. That's God's honest truth. I mean, look, she brought home those donuts, and I've been munching on them, and I'm already tired of them too. Like, I want
some
food.
damn donuts.
You can come get them. I got a whole box in the fridge. And her friend sends me. They send us only our kind of that we like. So
if it's not Krispy Kremes, I don't know if I'd like them.
She gave me this big ass box of munchkins, full to the top of nothing but jelly munchkins. And then yesterday she sent me a whole dozen of jelly hearts with jelly filled hearts, sugar raised. Oh man, they're fucking dope.
What do you mean she sent them?
The lady from her job that feeds us. The lady from her job that wants us to be diabetic. Shout outs to the lady who wants to kill me happy. Oh shit. No, but she's super nice, and she I met her the other day and she's like, "Oh yeah, I send you some jellies, but you know Panda likes them blueberry fucking shits." And I was like, "I know, I hate them things." She's like, "That's all right. I got you this week." And she said that shit, and every day I got a new fucking surprise in the. It's like when you order. It's like when you order from Adam and Eve that you buy one thing and get 5 free gifts. Like, that's how it feels right now.
So wait a minute. They deliver them, or does Panda pick them up, or what?
They drop them off at Panda's job, and when she comes home, she brings them home.
Well, dang.
I know, right? I got it like that.
We don't even gotta go. Like, Dunkin' Donuts is closed right now. Actually, they're gonna be open soon, but been closed for hours. And I get donuts at 2 o'clock in the morning. But then again, I'm used to being treated like that because when I lived in New York, I would buy a bag of weed at 3 o'clock in the morning. It came with a slice of pizza.
All you have to do is have your cup of coffee ready when they deliver the donuts. Yummy.
Damn, I didn't even think of that.
She said, "You get the coffee ready."
Yo, listen, do not listen to her. She has no idea what she's saying. Free. Have you ever been banned from a channel for talking shit? No,
no, I haven't.
I'm gonna take your wrench away.
What did I do?
You told her that I was gonna make coffee. Fuck that. I ain't making shit. All right, I'll make the coffee if you make the chicken and rice.
Oh, there you go.
I don't hear you. Yo, you hear those crickets? You hear those crickets?
I don't want coffee.
Oh, I don't want coffee. No, you don't want coffee, ¿verdad? See?
Well, put it
See?
this way: whoever makes the coffee is going to give the other person more energy and motivation.
Now she's gonna make the fucking coffee, and then I'm gonna be stuck cooking.
No, she's
I'm
going to
not doing that.
coffee and drink it, and then she'll be Speedy Gonzalez through the house.
No, she's gonna make the coffee. I'm gonna drink the coffee. I'm gonna have 2 more fucking donuts, and I'm going to sleep. And fuck them speedy shits.
Yeah, I have a meeting today, so I need to get off here and try to get some sleep. But I'm fucking wide awake. I can't sleep. It sucks.
Yeah.
Last words.
Oh yeah. Let's do some last words here. Free to be. What you got?
Oh my god, I'm not BJ.
That's all right. That's why I didn't
Nobody
do.
does it.
That's why I didn't do you last.
Okie dokie. So you're gonna do Todd last, huh? Or yourself?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do myself last. But I always say the same thing. I got a catchphrase.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna say is we all go through hard times, and a lot of times we think we're all alone, when really we're not. And there's some out here that go through a lot worse, and you don't know what they're going through at the moment. So keep your head up, be kind to others, be kind to yourself, and just try to stay positive because people love you, you know. There you go.
Good one, Free. Good one. I respect that. That's a good way to think of it.
Yeah.
All right. All right. That was some strong words. Todd, what you got going on, brother?
I ain't got really nothing to say, so you can go ahead and go. I'm just been listening.
He's like, don't take a dab if you can't breathe.
Huh?
That's yours, right? Don't take a dab if you can't breathe.
Yeah.
All right, well, mine is God dog it all. Mine is the same. You guys know how I do. I think that the phrase that pays is to yourselves, and God knows we need it now. Thank you guys for do. That's we have good times here. We have fun here. Let everyone see the fun that we have here. Shit, and still get our shit out. There's always somebody out there that's willing to listen. Let them hear it. Thanks, guys. Peace.